Hey, what's going on, guys? So today we're going to be doing something a little bit different, and it's something that I've been wanting to do for a while now. I've always wanted to use this channel to showcase other artists and other creatives who inspire me. I always find it interesting to hear other people's stories about, like what inspires them, what drives them, what are some of the struggles that they go through being a creative and how they overcome those struggles. I think most artists and creatives share one common goal, which is to create, but to, hopefully make a living off of doing what you love to do. And, we all have a different path and different journey to kind of get where we want to be at. So it's kind of cool to hear other people's stories about, what it is they do and what it is that they're still doing to, pretty much fulfill their dreams. So yeah, let's just get right into it. A few weeks ago, I got to chop it up with photographer, video creator, and editor Nelson Campana, also known as Nelcam. I've known Nelson for a few years now and have always been inspired by his work. And if you're familiar with Nelson, you already know that he makes the dopest videos that involve his kids. So sit back and chill out for a bit as we discuss the importance of time, inspiration, and family. In case nobody knows, just let everybody know who you are and what it is you do.
My name is Nelson Campana. I'm a photographer / videographer. A lot of people know me as one of the photographers for the Toronto Raptors. I'm the team photographer for the Toronto Argonauts as well, and I do some social media photography for the Maple Leafs as well. A long time ago, people knew me on Vine, if you remember what that is. But anyways, we don't have to go there. Yeah, a lot of my side projects revolve around me and my kids. If you ever find me on Instagram, you'll see that like 80% of my posts have my kids in it. And I think that's a lot to do with the fact that my kids are pretty interesting to me, and I find they're pretty funny, and a lot of people get a kick out of watching them. So that's kind of where my personal projects, that's what I call a personal project, because it's something dear to me. It's something I love doing, which is creating videos, taking photos, whatever. And the subject is something that I love. Obviously, it's my kids. So the bulk of, if you were to call my personal projects, the bulk of them is all about my kids, really, right now, and my shoes.
Would you say it's like difficult for you to find time to create? Because I know for myself personally, like working a 9 to 5 and also having a family, time is like super limited.
Yeah.
To, try and create.
Oh yeah.
For like ourselves.
For sure. The family aspect makes you really, really, really value time more. And I forget where I heard it, but time is essentially the new currency. That's what you should be trying to earn more of. The jobs, the 9 to 5 jobs, the stuff that pays us, that's all supplementary to what we want to be doing, which is creating for ourselves. And a lot of times we don't get that luxury to do that. So for me, like I said, having done a lot of stuff with my kids, when I'm out with my kids, whether it's the mall, whether it's Disney, whether we're on vacation or whatever, I try to use that as my outlet for creating, because that's the time, first of all, I have my quality time with my kids, my family, but I also get to create something for myself. And so it's kind of like a double whammy for me. So that's how I try to balance it. But like you said, it's so hard to get into a groove of creating stuff for yourself when you don't have a lot of time to. Even when I'm shooting like photography and video for the actual paid work, it actually sometimes deters me or makes me not want to create, because I don't want to get in front of or behind a camera again. I don't want to get in front of my laptop to edit something personal after I've just did it for like 8 hours straight. So it's pretty challenging, but you got to make it work, because after a while of not doing something for yourself, it gets pretty depressing. Like it's a hurdle you have to constantly get over, and it's not something that once you get into a groove of creating for yourself again, you're gonna hit a wall again, because you're gonna get bombarded with so much work or fit life stuff, and you're gonna fall off the horse again. It's always a challenge, but you just have to be aware that it's something that's important to you, and because it is for me, for sure. I was always living in the shadows of my two older brothers. That sounds like very like grim or whatever, but it's not. It's what I mean by that is they were creators. They were doing the full-time, video, whatever, like creative stuff and I was just working normal 9-to-5 jobs, and creating anything as far as photo or video stuff was just a hobby at most. And I never really picked up my own camera or whatever until my daughter was born. That's when I bought my own camera, started taking pictures of her, started taking it a little bit more seriously and having more fun with it. Fast forward to today, and what it really inspires me is my kids. I have so much fun creating with them, but the idea that I could inspire them with what I'm doing creatively by producing these videos with them, these photos and whatever, really drives me, because I mean, I don't know, it's just you know what I'm saying? Like it's that's really what inspires me is my kids, like 100%. I mean, just as far as, like exactly what we've been talking about just right now, is keep creating for yourself and create stuff that you are passionate about. That's probably the best thing you could have in mind, because it's so easy to want to create stuff that's popular at the moment, just because it's popular and whatever. But if it doesn't interest you, you are going to resent doing it, and you're not going to want to do it, and it's going to show in your work. So once you start doing and creating stuff that you're passionate about, like, it's just, your work will blow up, essentially. That's kind of how I see it. So stick with what you love doing, like the theme, whatever, like whatever it is that you love doing, stick with that, and you'll never want to stop. Like the one thing that you'll do, whether you're getting paid for it or not, that's how you kind of gauge that. That's the little advice I guess I have. So on Instagram, you can find me at Nelcam, Nelcam. I have another page. It's just sports photography. It's at Nell or Never. That's Nelornever. And that's pretty much it. I don't really have any other things yet. YouTube soon. I have a channel. It's nothing right now. It's just under Team Nelcam, but things might be changing there. So just look for me on Instagram if anything.
All right, definitely. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'll leave all of Nelson's work and social media links in the description box below. And if you enjoyed this kind of content, just leave a comment and let me know. All right. Thanks for watching, y'all. Until the next one. Peace.
Because they've seen, the side of you when you are creating. And so it's important when you have, especially an understanding girlfriend who sees that, how important that element is to you. And so they're willing to support you when you are creating, Exactly. I mean, for my girlfriend, it's pretty easy because I'm always creating for the family anyway. So she's like, it's cool. We have all these cool photos and videos of us anyway. So whatever. But yeah, no, that's very, very important, that you have that supporting, cast around you,
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.